Welcome to Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of stopping by and you like this program, please do not hesitate to subscribe and you turn on your notification bell. That is very, very important, as it will enable you to know when I upload a new video. I present to you information about what is happening in the whole world, Nigerian to be precise. You are free to leave your comment constructively after watching each of my video. Please do it judiciously. I appreciate all of you. It's not easy for you to leave whatever you are doing to watch my program. May God Almighty bless you, because I do not have anything to give to you as we hop into today's video. Remain blessed.
If we did, but we not they can't pay.
Well, what do you think is wrong, and what is the way forward? What should we do?
I believe that for over 75 years that I have lived on this Mother Earth, I had never experienced or seen my nation in this situation. It's like we were headless. Nothing is going on. And I feel that the issue of this, the insecurity in the land, the lack of unemployment in the land, and so many vagaries of inactivities, jumpstarting, encouraging people to move from A to B peacefully, to carry out their normal jobs and duties and make their money at the end of the month and keep their family alive. We can't guarantee that anymore. So I keep wondering, because this is no longer a matter of party A or party B. Nigeria is in dire strait. The president must rise to the level where I can't teach him, because he was my boss in the military. Now, there are so many ways, I believe, from my military training, that you can approach the situation. We have what we used to call aid to civil power. That's if the police action is not working, is not effective, then the commander-in-chief can get the army out in an operational order that will support, lives and properties. Because the first responsibility of any government is to ensure security of lives and properties of its people. Once you don't get that going, the whole National Assembly, they can shout from here till Timbuktu, or, the country is wobbling. And something has to be done, and done very quickly. It's our nation. The heavens are going to fall, like we say in the local parlance. Nobody is secured. When you get out of your house, whether you're a rich man or poor man, a middle class man or whatever, you keep looking right and left, looking forward and back for security. What is this? Something has to be done. It's no longer a matter of party A or party B. The platform is wobbling, and wobbling so badly. So what can you do? The senators are talking, the members of the House are talking, everybody, every corner, there's so much anger in the land. There's so much, people are not pleased. They're not happy.
Well, thank you, sir. People are certainly talking, and the presidency is listening. You'll recall that this week, Femi Adesina issued a cryptic warning to past political leaders and religious leaders, saying that there's some saber rattling going on, there are threats to topple the government of President Muhammadu Buhari. What is your response to that, sir?
I think that is an absolute trash. It's an absolute trash. What are you talking about, taking over government, an elected government? Are you saying if we feel that things are not going in the right way, we cannot talk? When we talk, that for one is your birthright. Two, it is a fundamental right. to react to situation, to react to things that are hitting you and not impacting on you positively. Are you saying we are zombies to be quiet and start walking around and don't talk? The president must have a feedback, and that feedback is the fact that all is not well. All is not well. Additional can be deceiving himself there, but all is not well. He must have relations, he must have friends, he must have his own children too, who are going from location A to location B. It is heart-wrenching. And this talk about trying to take over government, to do what? You see, if you are not elected, what are you taking over? Taking over what? So people must no longer talk. When the current Minister of Information, when Jonathan was there, he was the greatest spokesman, talking from all sides of his mouth, talking from all sides of his head, blasting the government, talking. In fact, I remember one time, Bola Tinubu called Jonathan the drunken Ijoman. He didn't get offended. So you are now telling people, be quiet. Because you are planning to do what? What do you want to do? You were elected there to serve the people. Those in government must ensure that there will be security of lives and property. That is non-negotiable. Please, let them move away from this scary, unfathomable statements.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for your explanation. I'd like to get your comments also on the reactions of another elder statesman, I should say, a man in his 80s, Robert Clark, saying that at this point he doesn't think Nigeria will last another 6 months and the military should come in and make a dash at governance.
No. Let me try and advise our people. You know, it is not the responsibility of the military to get involved in governance. I was in the military. I knew what it was when we had the normal civilian governance, and I knew what it was when the military took over. The impact it has on the military itself, we are yet to completely get back to normal operation. People who are talking about military, that is not our responsibility. It has never been, and it will never be. Everybody is designed, trained to do its own function so that the collective responsibility, the unanimous working together, is to make sure that A and B can move in one's direction that will be synonymous to civilized behavior. Please, those who are talking about military should dance away from it. It is not acceptable. It will completely roll this country back many centuries. The young men in the military now, they have their responsibilities. That's why I'm saying the aid to civil power operation should be immediately enforced so that the military will be engaged in driving all these miscreants from the streets. You know, and it is something we had done before. But to tell them, hey, you come and be in government and come and do what? Is that what they are trained for? Well, I don't subscribe to it. It will send us so many centuries back. Let us talk about it. That is the essence of democracy. We can talk about it. We can react to things that are not going right. And you have, it's part of the fundamental rights of every Nigerian. Because governance, like that's what we are saying. You see, the system we are running is so akin to military organization. You have one man sitting at the top of the government and his orders percolate to the bottom. No. In a democratic dispensation, power must come from the bottom up. The power of the people is what should drive our politicians and our leaders in taking decisions. Because you are elected, you told them, Please trust me that I will go there to manage the resources of your nation for your benefit, not the other way around.
Every Nigerian will agree with you that whatever the problems may be, this is a civilian dispensation.
Which will solve it.
And military rule is unacceptable. It has become unfashionable.
It's an aberration.
And it's an aberration. You got it right, sir. But you were talking about the military as an aid to civil power. Now, that is a part of the constitutional responsibility of the military. But we have also argued that, in fact, the military is so involved at the moment. Soldiers are now doing police work. And even in spite of that, we have not seen any difference. Now, as a retired military chief, do you feel embarrassed that even with the military getting involved to protect Nigeria internally and externally, they don't seem to be doing a good job? And then, you know, many soldiers, after they returned to civilian rule, took over and took the Agbada. They donned their Agbada and Babariga. They became civilian politicians. And we have, as president, a tested, you know, war veteran. And yet, under his watch, he's not been able to deliver on the first point of his 3-point agenda that he will deal with security in Nigeria. Do you feel embarrassed that, you know, your constituency is not really helping or is overwhelmed by terrorists, bandits, kidnappers?
No. I am not embarrassed. I am very concerned. And saying that I'm concerned means a lot. Not embarrassed, because we are all Nigerians. I said that there is an operation that we carry out in the military that is codenamed Aid to Civil Power. If you have an insurgency and the police action is not able to resolve them, then you call in the military to back them up and take over the operation. That is the aid to civil power. I'm not sure whether it has been instituted, and there have been all kinds of stories on this Boko Haram, even before the president came in. And when President Jonathan was there, this thing was building up. There were a lot of information inputs that were being put forward at that time. And instead of people listening, they politicized those inputs and turned us in a direction that scattered the whole operation. I think, for me, I said embarrassed. We had suggested severally, and this is not a matter of party B or party C now. I'm talking as a Nigerian, as a retired general, and as somebody who has been in government too, that there is need to interact with all the leaders from the various corners of this country. I said that before. Let the president make sure they call all these people, because when in our local parlance, in those days, once you have something that is much bigger than what you had experienced before, the local Oba or whatever, the king there, will call all the leaders of the various quarters and brainstorm. Like we say in my local parlance, you put your heads together, you put stomach to stomach, and discuss these things. Let's find solutions. It is not that a one man should wear the brains of everybody. It is when you interact, you discuss, that you find, you know, ways of suggested solutions to the problems that are befalling us. So, in my opinion, I think that rather than saying embarrassed, I said I'm very concerned. They have tried all kinds of methodologies in the past. For us, it has not worked. It has not worked. So you must alter course and do something else. And it is the responsibility of the leadership to call all those people. They are there. There are some very senior retired generals. There are others that are obas, you know, from various quarters of this country. There are also very, very senior politicians. Call them up together, lock the door, discuss the problems of this country. Forget about your party B or party A or party C. It is now a national malady. And so he calls for everybody to put their hands on the deck and see what we can come out with. So everybody will leave that meeting feeling that you are part of the solution. It's our country. That's one side. The other issue for me is that the system that was handed over since 1999 is not working. For God's sake, it is not working. And you will know that the lack of communal security is what is being transported and is expanding and
welcome to my channel. If this is your first time or first day of coming across my YouTube channel or seeing my face, you are highly welcome. Please willkommen to my canal. My name is Linda Chukwueze, and you turn on the notification bell so that you'll be able to get information on the.
Bis zum nächsten Video und einen schönen Tag. Tschüss.
Tschüss. Bis man subscribe to Linda's TV show. What are you waiting for? Click on that red button that says subscribe. You turn on the notification bell so that you'll be getting more updates from me. Leave your comment down below and share this video with your friends, families, and colleagues until we meet again in my next video. Bye bye.